Hello, welcome to a beautiful restorative class for your thighs and hips. There will be a brief restorative class that you can use at any time. You will need a few props, so if you need to grab your cups and come back, I invite you to pause the video now and grab what you need. You will need a blanket or two, a bolster, 2 blocks, an eye pillow if you just want to get yummy and go deeper at the end of the class, and some essential oil also if you like to go a little bit deeper at the end of the class. Grab something comfy, grab your socks, grab a sweater, and let's get started. So we're going to start in a supported wide-legged pose. So we're going to come on the long edge of our mat, and we're going to come on our blanket. We're going to fold it in half and then come sitting on our blanket here. This is just to help tilt our pelvis forward a little bit. So we're just going to come onto the edge of the blanket. And then we're going to extend our legs as wide as we possibly can, where we don't feel any effort or strain. So just moving them, but we don't want it to be any strong sensation at this moment. Then we're going to bring our bolster out in front of us, as well as our 2 blocks. Now, depending on your range of motion, you may be able to just use the bolster, or you may need blocks. I need blocks. But do where you can hold, and you're wanting to make contact with your bolster and your upper thighs. So you're wanting it to be touching your body. And then we're going to bring our blocks, if you need them, underneath to create a support. Now, moving your blocks to whatever level you need and adjusting. I need mine just a little bit higher. And then once you have set up your foundation, we're going to inhale, lengthen our spine, and exhale, folding forward, either bringing your forehead to the bolster or bringing a cheek to the bolster, and then bringing our arms around the blocks, just giving them a bit of a hug. If you're just laying on your bolster, bringing your arms up, then around the top of your bolster, giving your bolster a hug. And just breathing here, seeing if you can relax any parts of your body that are holding any tension. Just checking in. This is very different than an active yoga class. We're actually here to relax our body, to stretch our body in a different way. And just being present here on your mat, coming back to what made you click on this video, to what was calling you to do a restorative class. Maybe it's relaxing your central nervous system. Maybe it's trying something new. Maybe it's trying to stretch your body in a different way. I used to always love doing restorative classes because I was very much in fight, flight, go, go, go. And for me, I found restorative classes to be very challenging. Challenging mentally, not maybe physically, although it is sometimes hard to hold still, but mentally being here, being present. So I invite you to connect with your intention for what brought you here. And then come back to your breath. Inhaling and exhaling down to the base of your spine. Inhaling to the areas that are maybe a little bit tense. Exhaling to release them. Holding here for about 5 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In and release. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. exhale, I invite you to lower your hands, slowly walk your hands as you walk your body up, moving your props off to the side. We're going to be coming into supported frog pose. So this can be quite an intense stretch for your inner thighs, depending on your range of motion and your flexibility. So I will not be holding it for as long. And I just invite you to stay with me for as long as you possibly can and just adjust yourself to where you need to be so you can hold the posture. So we're going to bring our bolster off to the top of the mat like I have it and parallel to the long edge. Then we're going to take our blanket and we're going to fold it in half the long way. And then bring it in line with our bolster. This is just a great support for your knees. I found when I was practicing this, it was quite intense just to lay on the floor. So just having this extra support. And then if you want to grab yourself a second blanket to put at the end to cover yourself, you're welcome to. I'm not going to for demonstration purposes, but we're going to come into supported frog. Now you're going to come, your hips are going to be in line with the end of the bolster here. And you're going to bring your knees to the outside edge of the mat here. Now, if this is already a lot for you, you are welcome to sit on a block just to give you that extra support. Or if you don't have a block, you can sit on a blanket that's rolled up. You're welcome to do that. If you are feeling okay, you can bring your shins parallel to the outside edge of the mat. Flexing your feet. This is the one posture where you will be flexing your feet. So you're putting a little bit of energy into flexing, but the rest of it is just going to be relaxing. And then you're going to bring your body and rest it on the bolster. Your arms can come over the over the top of the bolster, or they can stack on top of each other and you can rest your head on them. Wherever you feel called, your head can be facing one side, or you can just be coming on your forehead. Relaxing here, once you're into the position that you can hold, and just coming into your breath. Feeling here, all the sensations on the inner thighs. Just checking in with your body, seeing if there's anywhere you can release any extra tension. Maybe it's in your shoulders, maybe it's in your jaw. Just breathing here in this restorative, supportive frog pose. Feeling your body lengthening and stretching as you're holding this posture. And inhaling energy into the area that's feeling a bit of sensation. And then exhaling to release it. Inhaling into your inner thigh. Exhaling to release. Breathing here for a few more breaths. If your face is turned one way, I invite you to turn it to the opposite. And once you're in place, connecting with your breath again. Checking in, maybe noticing this posture isn't as hard anymore. Maybe the sensation has diminished a little bit in your inner thighs. You just feel a little bit more at ease in the posture. Breathing here. Connecting with your breath, staying here, present on your mat. In this beautiful stretch. Our hips tend to hold a lot of emotions or feelings or sensations. Just, if anything comes up, just acknowledge it. You don't need to investigate what it is. Just acknowledge it. And then breathe it away. Use your nice, long, deep breath. In and out. Holding here for 2 more breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. And then invite you to slowly walk your knees back together to center while lifting your body up off your bolster. Just feeling your thighs now as you sit back onto your heels for a brief second. Feeling the energy, the sensation, the stretch. We're now going to keep our bolster where it is. Even if you want, you can keep the beautiful cushion from your blanket. We're going to come into supported pigeon. So you're going to need your block or whatever you're using as a block. And we're going to start with our right side. So we're going to extend our left leg back, bringing our right foot into pigeon pose. So bringing the right shin either parallel to the top of your mat or slightly diagonal, flexing that right foot, and bringing your right knee to the corner of your mat, or directed to the corner of your mat. And then once you've set up your foundation, bringing your bolster or your blanket, or if you need a pillow, if you need it to be a bit higher, just honoring yourself where you are and bringing that in underneath your hip. Now, if you are like, okay, I'm not going to be able to go forward, Danielle, that is okay. You can prop your bolster up with another block. Do whatever you feel called to. Every day is a new day, so you can prop it up with your block if you want, or you can keep it flat like I am. And we're going to inhale, lengthen our spine, and then exhale, coming down into supported pigeon. So stacking your hands on top of each other if you feel called to. If you feel like hugging your bolster, you can. Do whatever variation you feel you can hold. And then just closing your eyes. Maybe covering yourself with a blanket if you're cold. And then just breathing here. Your face is going to be turning to the right. So your left cheek will be resting on the bolster. And then just coming back to that big, long, deep breath. Just feeling yourself laying here supported. Surrendering all of your muscles, all of the effort. Just relaxing, just checking in, seeing if there's anywhere you can relax a bit more. Maybe it's your arms, maybe it's your shoulders, maybe it's hips, maybe you're holding yourself up. See if you can relax it more onto the block or pillow. Maybe it's your forehead or your jaw. Maybe it's your left leg. Just check in. Maybe it needs to let go. Maybe it needs to just release. Just surrender to relaxing here in supported pigeon. Holding it here for about 5 more breaths. Knowing that this is just a short time throughout your day. Just letting yourself relax, feel that release in your outer hip. Feeling that release maybe through your thigh. Inhaling in and down to the base of your spine. And exhaling completely. Staying here, honoring any thoughts that come up. Saying thank you, thought. I will come back to you. Two more breaths. On your next exhale, I invite you to slowly walk your hands back towards your blanket. Maybe lifting the block or pillow out from underneath you, sitting down on your right sits bone, and then bringing your left leg up to meet your right knee. Just sitting here for a breath. Just feeling that stretch that you had in your outer right hip, and then setting up for the left side of pigeon, extending the right leg behind you, bringing your left shin to the parallel to the front of the mat or on the diagonal, bringing your left knee to point towards the top corner of your mat, really flexing through that left foot, and then extending the right leg behind you, untucking the toes, and setting up your foundation. Now supporting your left hip by bringing your block or your blanket or whatever you need underneath that left hip so you can relax and feel supported completely. And just remember, our bodies are not symmetrical and they all can be different and every day is different. Kind of like life, when we approach things differently every day, even though we might be doing the same thing, but every day is new. So just approach yoga the same way. So once you've set up your foundation, you're going to inhale, lengthen your body, and then relax it down onto your bolster. You're going to be resting your right cheek now on the bolster. Your gaze is going to be looking towards the left. Bringing your hands wherever you feel supported, either stacking them or resting your head on them or wrapping them around the bolster. And just focusing on your breath. Focusing on the inhale and the exhale. Inhale to end tension. Exhale to release. Staying present here in this posture. Connecting with your body, just seeing if there's anywhere that's holding maybe a little bit of tension. See if you can release it. Maybe it's your shoulders. Maybe it's your forehead. Check in. Release it with an exhale. And coming back to the big, long inhale and exhale. Knowing that you're supported. Knowing that this is just for a brief period of time. Breathing here for about 5 more breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Focusing your breath on your left outer hip. Breathing into the tension. Exhaling to release. Here for 3 more breaths. Knowing that you're supported. The floor, the bolster, and the block are going to hold you. Next exhale, I invite you to slowly walk your body back up, moving your block out from underneath you. And coming over to sit on your left sits bone. We're going to set up next for supported hero's pose. So we're going to move our blanket off to the side. We're going to bring our block behind us, our bolster behind us. And we're going to support it with blocks if needed, okay? So depending on your range of motion, if you can come into hero's pose easily, then you will just need the bolster. But if your upper thighs are tight like mine, you're going to need some extra support. So supportive heroes are going to come bending your thighs so that your pelvis is sitting on your heels. So you're going to come up, I guess, in a kneeling position, bringing your thighs parallel, and then come sitting down onto your heels. Your bolster is going to be right up against your, I guess, back of your body. And then if you need support, you might need to come out of this posture, but just check in if you want to see if you need support by slowly reclining back onto your bolster. If you know you need support, then you can move now into building that support for yourself with the blocks. And then creating that support, making sure it's stable. And then coming back by kneeling, bringing your legs to the outside of your bolster. And then making sure you come down. You're not sitting on the bolster, you're sitting just at the edge of the bolster. And then inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, reclining back. Now, if you want, you're welcome to grab your eye pillow and cover your eyes here. You can cover yourself with a blanket. Your hands can be by your side or resting on your belly. And then just breathing into a sensation through your upper thigh, through your middle thigh, through your outer thigh. Inhaling and then exhaling to release. Just feeling your body supported. Seeing if there's anywhere else that's holding tension that can just let go. Your jaw, is it your shoulders, is it your neck, is it your hips. Breathing into that area. And exhaling to let go, just surrendering, to being present, to feeling safe and supported here in your supported hero's pose. Inhaling and exhaling completely. Holding it here for 5 more breaths. Maybe noticing the sensation in your legs as you're supported. Maybe you feel all of your muscle fibers stretching and loosening through your thighs. Maybe you notice that your hips are lowering down towards the floor a little bit. Just bringing that awareness to your body. That awareness to you. You are doing all of this work. You're creating this stretch and release in your body. Just breathing in and out for about 2 more breaths. Inhale, I invite you to slowly roll your body up by bringing your hands down by your sides, rolling your body up and then drawing your legs together. Maybe kicking your feet out to one side and then just breathing here in a comfortable seated position. Doing that beautiful stretch through your thighs. We're going to come into our final resting posture, Shavasana, supported, of course. Bringing our bolster down to underneath our knees. Setting up our blocks to support our arms. Getting our blanket out to cover us. And then grabbing our essential oil, if you grabbed one. And then just dropping a drop onto our hand. And then rubbing our hands together, creating that heat to aerosolize the essential oil. And then just taking your hands over your nose and inhaling. I'm breathing in lavender and rubbing it over your heart. And then coming into your supported Shavasana. So slowly laying down, bringing your blanket to cover you, bringing your eye pillow to cover your eyes if you like, bringing your blocks to support your arms, keeping your knees supported, splaying your feet out to the side, supporting your arms by your wrists, and then just breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling to release, maybe a sigh out. One more time, inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. And just resuming a normal breath. Thanking yourself for giving yourself this time. Moving your body in maybe a different way than you're used to. Showing up for yourself. For allowing yourself to feel supported. For calming your central nervous system. For just being present here in this present moment. And just reconnecting yourself to here on your mat. Feeling the support of the floor underneath you. Feeling the bolster supporting your legs. And the blocks supporting your arms. Feeling your head supported. Just knowing that you are supported. Right now and always. I'll leave you here for a few moments of silence. Let me know when to slowly wake up. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Inhaling and exhaling completely. Picking your body up, back, being here on your mat. Feeling your fingers and your toes. Picking up your body parts. On your next inhale, I invite you to slowly move your blocks away. And then picking a side, whatever side you're being called to, and rolling over to that side for fetal position for one breath. Breathing here. And slowly coming up, trying to bring your head up last. Staying in that restorative calm state that you were just in as much as you possibly can. And meeting me in a comfortable seated position. Opening your eyes, thanking yourself for moving, thanking yourself for showing up and doing this restorative class for yourself. Feeling that shift, the energy you've created, the stretch that you've created in your body. I hope you enjoyed your class. If you liked this, hit the like button below. If you feel called to share it, please do. And have a lovely rest of your day. From my heart to yours, namaste.